What's up, YouTube.com? It's your boy K Shillings coming at you again with another video. This time I'm gonna pose a question to the audience out there. Do you think, in your expert opinions, that Paul George has now surpassed or will surpass this season Carmelo Anthony? So, in the NBA, when it comes to small forwards, I feel like it goes LeBron, then kind of a empty space, and then Kevin Durant and Carmelo are kind of like 2A and 2B in my opinion. Kevin Durant being 2A, Carmelo being 2B. Now, Paul George is, in my opinion, at number 4, or he was at number 4 at the beginning of at the end of last season, right? In my opinion, given his improvement that he's already shown now, it's only 4 games in or 5 games in, so we don't know for sure if it's going to last. But if it does continue on the same trajectory, will he pass Carmelo? In my opinion, I think he will, if he hasn't already. I think Paul George is a great defender. He has range from anywhere. He can facilitate. He can rebound. His game really has no weakness, right? Carmelo, on the other hand, he's a gifted scorer. Out of him and Kevin Durant, for who's the best scorer in the NBA at this point. You know, mid-range game, he got better from 3. I don't love him shooting so many threes. I think when you can bully in the post and be a mid-range shooter and shoot a high percentage, I think you stick with it. But, you know, Carmelo has range from anywhere. I really think he's a selfish basketball player. I don't really see him facilitating the offense. I see him taking early shots in the shot clock when he probably should run the offense, when the offense is going to flow back to him anyway. I just see a lot of weakness in Carmelo Anthony's game. He is a good rebounder, and he's a great super scorer, or whatever you want to say. But I'm just not that sold on Carmelo as like one of the marquee players in the NBA. I do think Paul George has a very good chance to pass him up this season, right? Especially, he's on a better team. You know, the Pacers are going to get a lot of media this year. They have to. You can't ignore them. I really think he's going to take that next step. I guess the next question is, does he have what it takes to catch Kevin Durant? Because Kevin Durant's in that number 2 spot. So, Paul George, if he's passing Carmelo, that means he's coming right for Kevin Durant. I don't know. Even though Kevin Durant has some of the same weaknesses with not being able to facilitate, even though it looks like it's early in the season, but it looks like he's been working on that. Because I think he had 10 assists last night or whenever. So, it's interesting to see. In my opinion, I will go ahead and start to put the list as this. LeBron, empty space. Kevin Durant, Paul George, then Carmelo. I think Paul George has leapfrogged Carmelo, or if he hasn't yet, he will by mid-season. All right, he's going to be widely considered as the 3rd best small forward in the NBA, and that just depends on if he's satisfied with it. It looks like the little exchange he had with LeBron in the Eastern Conference Finals might have charged him up in the offseason, and because he really looks like a better player. I've always been high on Paul George. I've always been saying they need to trade Danny Granger and keep Paul George in his natural position, which is the 3. And, you know, maybe get Eric Gordon or somebody to go with him and trade Danny Granger for Eric Gordon or something like that, if New Orleans would even make such a trade. But I do think Paul George has made that increase in his game. I think he passed up, or he will pass Carmelo. I think he's the 3rd best small forward in the NBA. Let me know what you think about. Let me know if you think, if you think he has, if you think he hasn't, if you don't think Kevin Durant is better than whatever you want to put, comment below, subscribe to the page. See you next time.